Yeah, it's the weird creativity of Jujutsu Kaisen powers, and that it's not like Bleach, where the power is obvious to what the main ability is. In this case, it's blood, but it's not like blood bending, where it's obvious what the blood can do. It's, I do this, it just happens to be with blood. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, and we are back with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Let's see, we are in the field of stuff that I have not seen before, so not from here on out, obviously a couple episodes ago, but everything is an unknown to me. I believe we're still dealing with, we got, air quotes here, resurrected Toji, in that a person was given his powers, but then his spirit took over that body, kind of reminiscent about how Ghetto's body is muscle memorying, or was muscle memorying its fight against, I'm sorry, I don't remember the thing's name, Brain Dude, which ironically, I was just watching a clip of the Spider-Man movie, where Doctor Strange knocks Spider-Man's spirit out of his body, and his spider sense is just still fighting Doctor Strange. So, kind of the same concept there from Marvel as we're seeing in this. And of course, we just got the fight between our sword guy and our hammer girl last episode, backed up by the 9 to 5er. And again, I think that fight was the stupidest one for me so far, specifically because she could have just nailed his sword to the ground and saved the blonde assistant so much pain and hassle. And then she just does it later. You know, the sword comes through and boom, she nails it to the ceiling, and it's like, I was calling for you to do that the entire time. But yeah, I guess 9 to 5er is gonna find Toji, is my guess this episode. I don't know. The idea is that Toji's more of a problem now than when he was originally alive, because Gojo was kind of his best match, and Gojo is sealed. Oh, right, I believe now it's coming to me. Last time on, we had. Is his name Choso? Choso? Blood Dude, one of the three brothers, the last surviving of the three brothers, runs into Yuji. So that fight should also begin. Otherwise, I think that's all the setup. So I guess let's go ahead and hop on into it.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
She's got no face. To be fair, I already said what I would have done. So currently, right now, right now in this situation, I would be in a coma in the train station. Still alive, but in a coma. You know, you'd think that would take more out of him. Specifically because it feels like the more power he has to put into a thing, the more it strains his vocal cords. Shoot, I'm bad with names right now, and I apologize. our tree spirit thing, or our plant one rather, he spoke at it and it like tore him up, because I assume it's because one of them has a lot more power. So that's the basis of why I think that way. And that was a whole hell of a lot of people, and of course spirits as well, or transfigured people. I can't tell. But I would assume spreading your power out amongst that many people might be the equivalent of a single stronger being. Sorry, reminder everyone, I record these live on Fridays at 11 a.m. EST. So if I say something offhand, it seems like it comes from nowhere, I'm probably responding to the chat. In this case, I'm responding to Alex in the chat by saying, yes, that is what I just said. I don't think you have to tell me this is the interior of the station. I got that by the walls and ceiling. It would give the show entirely different context if like Yuji just slipped, fell, and knocked himself out, ignoring the caution signs. Well, which one, really?
赤血操術白蓮血液を加圧し限界まで圧縮する技白蓮で圧縮した血液を一点から解放磁力で強化され打ち出された血液の初速は音速をも超える赤血操術奥義
It's a stronger version of the main character's power from Dead Man Wonderland. I guess also without the restriction of being able to run out of blood and passing out. Again, though, my problem with that is we saw how many times he got stabbed by Mahito in the previous fight, and he didn't even bleed. Again, he's like half human. I don't mean that as like I'm trying to talk shit about him. I just like you understand him a bit more. He's not like entirely an unknowable figure. I also don't think the cursed society would just let this guy live either. Considering the current plan is still to kill Yuji at some point in the future. Shame he doesn't have like full blood control. Like he's able to pull his own blood back, which is by the way better also. than the Dead Man Wonderland character. But it's a shame he can't pull the blood from Yuji's body. I mean, unless Sukuna takes over. But yeah, I think that's what they want.
発射のタイミングはこっちで決めさせてもらう。誘ってるな。いいだろう。
That was dumb. You should have tried to shoot him when he was in the air, not when he's on the ground and has his ability to pivot.
やっぱりだ。この技が速いのは最初だけ。一度良ければ詰められる。超新星。
Yeah, it's the weird creativity of Jujutsu Kaisen powers, and that it's not like Bleach, where the power is obvious to what the main ability is. In this case, it's blood, but it's not like blood bending, where it's obvious what the blood can do. It's I do this, it just happens to be with blood.
メカ丸、お前今までなんで？
省エネだ。俺にはまだやることが。上層、赤血操術か。
知ってんのか？
カモが同じ術式を使う。
あの糸目の3年生か。ってことは
弱点は知らんぞ。
ゲー。
赤血操術はカモ家送電の術式の一つとして重宝さ
You
れ
know, I
ている。
was thinking that
血液を加圧し、圧縮する白蓮。それによる鮮血や血
literally from back at the cross school event.
対応できるバランス力がその理由だ。失血しない上層に隙はない。
有益な情報どう？
弱点は知らんが、一つアイデアがある。
なんだよ。
まずトイレに逃げ込め。
トイレ？なんで？
説明は後でする。成功率は1割ってとこだ。すまんが失敗したら潔く死ぬ。
Can you dilute his blood?
このままでも自利品で殺される。
Like, you know, the hell was that move?
バカがそこにある。
You know, get him to mix his blood with a lot of water.
どこに逃げ込んでも袋の。
Because his whole thing is compressing it and make it too large to compress.
何の音だ。あいつは弟たちに勝っている。バカではあの二人には勝て。
Because otherwise I was thinking, what if you attacked Yuji and mixed your blood with his blood and then pulled his blood out with your blood?
と考えるのが普通だ。油断するな。
なんだ、来ないのか。弱虫なんだな。弟と同じで。
殺す。
Or is it just to lure him in with somebody else's voice and then attack him from the back? Because that would be stupider.
3人とも兄弟思いで扱いやすい。
Oh, goodbye. Half of Mechamaru that's left.
ここまではうまくいったな。あとは影や虎杖勇士。
And now it seems like the water is just bouncing off of it.
残念だったな。
I mean the balls. The water is bouncing off the little balls.
逃げ場がなくなったのはお前の方だ。
Or never mind. Maybe I was exactly right.
解けた。
赤血操術は術式効果を上げるため 常時血液の凝固反応をオフにしている。そのため長宗の血液は他のものより水に溶けやすい。加えて水にさらされた血液の中では浸透圧により赤血球が膨れ細胞膜が破れてゆく。
So not exactly what I said, but the same
を
effect.
占める血球成分がコントロールできなくなり、白蓮は解かれた。メカ丸の狙いは正しかった。今この状況下において長宗は体外での血液操作が不可能となった。
Yeah, but he should still be able to strengthen his body and everything like that, like he was just doing.
責任躍動そい
戦闘経験の浅い長宗は自身に何が起こったのか理解していない。冷静に現実を受け止め血液操作を体内で完結させる。
理屈はわからねえ。そんな聞く余裕なかったからな。
It's funny, just in shows like
これ
this,
だけはわかる。
this guy is basically every character from Dead Man Wonderland all in one. He should be, it's funny, he's strengthening his body with this, but he should also be considerably weaker because he is like lost, what, like 60% of his blood? Sorry, it's funny. Not a combat expert proceeds to go hand to hand with Yuji and succeed, mostly. Yeah, you can't grab someone by the lapels and not headbutt them.
勝利を確信した時、水にさらさぬよう水に溶け出さぬよう限界まで凝固圧縮し呪力で強化した血の塊が虎杖裕二の肝臓を貫いた。
赤血操術
Not an immediately deadly wound, though.
油断した。もう飛び
And
込まない
again,
と
Mahito punctured Yuji's body so many times
前
without
に
there being an
腹に穴を開けられた
effect.
時とは違う。壊れちゃいけないところが壊れた。負ける。し。理解した。俺の役割。伏黒が、釘崎が、七海が、先輩たちもみんな、ここを通って五条先生のところへ行けるよう、死んでもこいつを戦闘不能にする。五条先生を助けるのは俺じゃなくていい。3発だ。
Yeah, you just gotta hold down, what, 3 out of 4 guys. Sorry, not 3 out of 4 guys. Oh, Jesus. 1 out of 4 guys is what I meant to say.
不意打ちでなければ貫通させることなどできなかっただろう。
赤血操術は通常血成石のように血を凝固させない。血陣も輪郭を定め血液を高速で回すことで殺傷力を高める。赤血操術の術師といえど全ての血管に意識が届くわけではない。血液を強く凝固させると突発的な血栓症のリスクを抱えることになる。虎杖裕二というリスクの方がはるかに大きいと。
I feel like this is the blood version of that Black Fist power thing. And again, not for nothing, Choso is half human. Well, I mean, it still feels like any of the blood that splatters off of him, if he uses it quickly enough, won't be ruined by the water. I mean, that was a good example right there. Okay, Wolverine. That's pretty sweet. That was a good move. I appreciate that.
俺は小手以外左の拳を使ってない。もう使えないって思ってるだろう。だから
And blocking his vision too. It's fucking great.
なんだ今の手応えは。
And my thing is, I don't have much worry for Yuji, because one, the Mihito fight that I keep referencing, and two, Sukuna could come out at any time and instantly regenerate. I mean, I kind of assume Sukuna would come out, like, now. Because the weaker Yuji gets, the less ability he'd have to repress him.
くだらん。この程度の角に負けるとは。
Was it another fake out? Punched you through the chest, I assume. I don't know what that was forming into. I don't know if I've seen that symbol before.
長宗の脳内に溢れ出した存在しない記憶。
Who the fuck has this power? This reminds me of Toto's really weird imagination of going to school and having a life that didn't exist. Is this Mei's power? I don't think we've seen that before. There's the old lady's power, but she's dead. I have no fucking idea what's happening now. I thought for a second it was going to show him that he had punched the wall behind Yuji or something like that, and then we're going to pull back, and Yuji, like, last-ditch effort punched up through his gut, and that he was going to fall over dead, and then Yuji was going to be laying there and dying. But I guess that's too typical, not shoujo, shonen. That's too typical shonen fare. I don't know what it looks like an eyeball sort of thing was forming in his blood around his wound. That's why I would guess Mai, only because Mai's ability is like seeing through crows and ravens and whatnot, which really reminds me of Odin's power. Not that this has anything to do with Odin, it's just the eyeball motif. My only real hint here is going to be whatever they decide to show for like the next time on, like make a guess. Because the only thing I can really think of is the old lady. Like you see things that you didn't want to see. Or not didn't want to see, to force visions on you. But she's dead. So I had no idea. I can't remember anyone else who's like a power like it. Oh, these two. Who I don't specifically remember having any real powers. I know that they have powers, because they're sorcerers, I just don't.
じゃあ始めるよ。
モンデイ
マンデ
チューズデ
ーうんうん
ー、ウェドネスデイ、
ウェンズデー
ざけんな。
次回妖刀
Wednesday?
お前より頭のいい人だボケ
I like, as someone who likes Geto a lot, like, he's still probably one of my favorite characters, even though he's technically dead, as it seems to be. I appreciate that Geto's crew from the movie are showing back up and are like on Revenge Squad. Or not Revenge Squad, I don't know what they're up to. It feels like a revenge thing because they seem to acknowledge that Geto was dead too, and they're like, stop fucking with Geto's body. Even though they seem to be on the plan but are betraying the brain dude. Which I guess makes me hope that God, what is his name? Sorry, names are escaping me. Our dude from the movie, and okay, Miguel. I hope Miguel comes back, and a guy he was with in the movie's name was Yuta. Sorry, I kept wanting to say Yuji. It's like, no, that's our main character. What was the guy from the movies? The guy they talk about during the first season who's never there. Yuta and Miguel. I hope Yuta and Miguel come back to aid the two girls, and obviously there might have been the other people from the movie as well, but it seems like Miguel got special placement in that he's hung around with Yuta, and Gojo met up with them for like a lunch or something. So clearly Miguel is in the cool territory. I mean, if it's just the evil people who supported Geto that might still be in the wings, fine. But I would hope that Yuta makes a comeback. I would hope to see Miguel again because that's just a weird little pairing that it seems cool. Want to see. Of course, I want to see Todo at some point. I don't know if Todo is gonna fucking show up anywhere, but he has a right to be here. So yeah. Otherwise, I have no clue what happened to Choso there at the end. At best, it feels like one of Todo's weird mental sequences when he just imagines himself at school, like would have been like to grow up with his friends in this weird thing. But that's like not one of his powers as far as I know. It's just a thing that he does. So if it turns out that Todo saved or helped Yuji by putting Choso into his fantasy imagination That'd be fucking insane. I don't think that's what happened, though. Because otherwise, I got no idea. This is just a friggin' mystery to me. So, yeah, I think that's where we're going to call today's episode. Because, well, here's the thing. I was so happy with myself. Because I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm calling it. The blood thing happened. So I'm like, oh, I'm on the ball. I'm finally fucking understanding what's happening in the show. And then, boom, hit me with that thing at the end and left me confused. So anyway, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions. We will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?